Hello there, fellow humans. I'm sitting in my closet again because I feel safe here. So I was thinking about how Christians pray and they say, Lord, just, and it's something that Christians among ourselves make fun of a lot. And I was thinking about how I read this article on LinkedIn, of all places. I'm going to link to it below if I can find it in my history. And it talked about how when you use the word just, it kind of like makes you sound timid and unsure. And it just made me think that if we're praying and asking God with hesitancy and unsureness, then we're not praying with faith. And if you think about it, it takes faith to pray and trust that God is going to move on your petition, whether you see it or not. Like, think about it. Faith is the assurance. Faith is the assurance and the surety of what we can't see and what we're hoping for, that we know that it's true. And it's not a matter of us having a correct understanding of what God is going to do because we're not to put him in the box because we're the humans. It's about us having faith in his character, that he is who he says he is. And we can take his promises with us to the grave, that they're worth something. He died to keep his promise. You know, he's doing a lot to fulfill the promises in his word. And if you think about the tiny little prayers that he answers, even if it's just a parking spot, or, you know, he gave me my favorite perfume at a thrift store one time. His attention to those tiny little details show us that he's aware of the big picture, that he's aware of the huge, overwhelming details. So when you're overwhelmed by the big stuff, remember that he covered the little stuff. You know, like sushi on your birthday, or just enough money to cover that bill, like right before it was due, and you didn't have to pay the bounce fee, and, you know, just like, think about this. Seriously. So, my encouragement and exhortation is that we need to cut the word just out of our prayers, because we need to pray with faith. And I want to go to James 1, which is like one of my favorite chapters among many. James 1:5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach." He's not going to make fun of you if you're asking him to make you wise. So just ask him to make you wise. And it will be given him. But let him ask in faith, with no doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. And that's the enemy trying to confuse us. Don't give in. Ask for wisdom. So, and then it goes on to describe, you know, double-mindedness. And, you know, God can't give you anything if you're double-minded because, I mean, among other things, you're not trustworthy. You're not sure. And then if you get it, are you sure that it was God or not? So be specific in your prayers, have faith, and trust that God is going to purify your motives and honor your heart. And even if you ask for the wrong thing in the right way, he's going to give you the right thing in the right way and know how to make that all work out. And he'll give you wisdom. He wants to. Like, there's no allowance limit on that. Sure, you might have to do chores for it, but your house will be clean anyways afterwards. There's a metaphor here. Think about this. Okay, my name's Meg. I love my Jesus, and I believe in living inside out. Live it.